Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Mowers and More. Check it out. I got this broken winch here. This is a Vavor P2000, the smallest, weakest winch you can get, but it's perfect for my mower recovery trailer. I go out and a lot of times I got flat tires or the steering is bound up when I try to recover mowers. Now this thing sits on the back of my little Lowe's 5x8 trailer. I'll make a video on that somewhere down the road. But I went to use it this last time and it was dead. Applying voltage directly from a battery to these, bypassing the controller, didn't make any difference. And what happens is they sit outside for an extended period of time. It doesn't get used all the time, maybe only 5 or 6 times a year, honestly, right now. And so they'll just bind up, they get water intrusion in there. Not really a fault of the manufacturer. Harbor Freights do the same thing, Badlands brand, I think it is. Northern, and there's a whole slew of 2,000 and 2,500 pound winches out there, the real basic models. But they all just kind of get some leaks and that'll be a problem. So this one here, the gearing is not the problem. You can take that apart as well. But on this one, it looks like something has gone wrong back here with the motor. Whether it's a broken magnet or just rust, I'm hoping for just rust. We're gonna find out together. I'm gonna disassemble this. We'll take a look at it. Hopefully we can clean the contacts, get it back together and get it working. Because the last 2 times I've gone to get mowers, I've had to push them onto the trailer, and I'm getting a little old to do that. This thing certainly is a huge help. Let me get the camera closer in and we will check this thing out together, and let's do it. All right, so what we got here is the winch, and so if you have a problem with your winch, sometimes the gearing here goes bad, but in my case, we can move this, and if I were to pull that out, I could actually wind this back up. But so that means the motor is the issue with this one. Could be a couple things, could be a broken magnet, in which case this thing is toast. But I haven't really disrespected this thing much. It pretty much sits on there, nothing really falls on it. So my guess is just rust, corrosion, the contacts, that kind of stuff. So you do have 2 Phillips, and I've gone ahead and give them a couple taps. Actually, that one felt loose already, yeah. All right, so we'll get those done. And these run the whole length here of the body. So we'll go ahead and unscrew those. You'll see when I pull it out, that's long. And I can also see rust and moisture in there. So I know this is where our problem's gonna end up being, at least I hope. So we'll go ahead and remove both these. And then we should be able to pull this. I'm gonna get a rubber mallet. There we go. Oh yeah. And so you can see in here, these are our contacts and they are corroded really badly. There's corrosion in here. I can actually see the moisture in here. That's a huge problem for sure. So we can, oh wow, yeah. So we can pretty much see where our issue is right away. So what I'm gonna do here is clean this up, and I'm gonna give it a couple love taps. I should be able to get this outer casing off. It's held in by a ring here. So let me go ahead and work on that. That's a problem. These magnets are supposed to be permanently attached to the inside of this, and they have come completely loose. Oh boy. So I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but we're definitely still going to give it a try. To me, I mean, honestly, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, where's the O-rings? And that's where our leak is coming from, is we don't have a seal here. There should be an O-ring here and there should be one on the back. And I don't see one on either. So when I put this back together and we give it a shot, I am going to put some Permatex sealer, some gasket maker around both these edges here to try and get this to line up and be a little more waterproof, kind of restrict it from getting so much water in it, because that really seems to be where our problem is. And you can see the damage is not so much use damage or anything like that. It's literally just corrosion, right? So we're going to clean this up. I'm going to get a little wire brush and clean the contact areas off. I'll clean off these magnet areas. We'll do the same here. And I don't think it's going to take all that long. Now, whether or not it actually ends up working, that I don't know. Wow. It certainly is ugly, though. All right, let's do that. Cool. And then I'm going to take this and put a little brake cleaner on there just to finish that off. But we got it cleaned up now. And now we'll focus on this, which these magnets were supposed to be glued in. I guess because of the rust, the magnets have unstuck themselves. And I'm not sure what I've got to fix that, but I'll take a look around the shop here. I'm sure we have some kind of an adhesive that'll do the trick. What I'm going to do here is I've got some 5-minute epoxy, and we're going to try that on it. It's the best I can come up with. I'm also going to clean these magnets off. They got some rust buildup on them as well. So I would say that the cause of death here, or the cause of the injury that this thing took, was definitely related to the fact that there's no O-ring. So I'm going to get some glue for that. All right, I'll do the rest of those off camera, but let's take a look at this. And you can see that we have our brushes here, and you can see we have some damage in this as well. So I'm going to clean some of the rust off of that. And then the contacts themselves need to be cleaned. Those are the ends. And again, I'm going to get some brake cleaner and clean all that off. Contact cleaner would probably be better, but I don't have any with me right now, so this is going to have to do. All right, so we got some 5-minute epoxy here. Sorry, apparently I wasn't recording with the mic, but I'll go ahead. All right, so we'll mix up some 5-minute epoxy here, and I've gone ahead and re-glued these into place, and we're going to let those sit for 5 minutes, and hopefully they'll cure enough that we can make this happen again. And then it is ready to reassemble our lower piece here. We've cleaned all that up and we're ready to go back together. I did also bring down just some RTV left over from a timing belt job that I did on my other channel, and we're going to use that to help seal everything up. Well, there it is, and it was pretty bad. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to save this one. If not, they're not terribly expensive, but I hate spending money when it's possible to fix stuff. Certainly it's worth a try when you have a situation like this. Let's go ahead and get it hooked up to a battery and see what happens. So there it is, it works. I'll go ahead and finish rolling this thing up, but that'll do it. I mean, I don't know, maybe I get just one more season out of it, maybe I get half a season, maybe I get 10 years, it's hard to say. But if you have one of these things and it stops working, now you know why it stops working, and hopefully you know how to fix it. Till next time, my friends, take care.